So the thing is about going into week 1, everyone's 0-0. You got the cleanest slate in the world to be 1-0, but you also have, the uphill battle going 0-1. I know that doesn't mean a lot, but everyone's got the aspirations of making it to the Super Bowl. Everyone's got the fair chance right now. Power rankings don't mean anything. You got the fair chance. We got the Cardinals coming back, a healthy Kyler Murray. You got McCaffrey, Madden cover athlete. We'll see what happens with the Ayuk, but I'm assuming the 49ers are the favorite. Yeah. But there's a lot of other teams out there, whether it's the Lions, the Packers are making noise in the North right now too. I know the Vikings, other than, Jay Jets, we'll see how Sam Darnold does.
Yeah, I think you can roll the Vikings out.
But there's it's okay. There's Dallas out there. You got Philly. They were just in that 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I guess who's your favorite coming out of the NFC and the AFC?
I think when it comes to the AFC, I think AFC is a lot more competitive. I think.
Can they three-peat?
Of course they can three-peat. Kansas City's operating on another level right now. They're operating at the level of the New England Patriots were, in that dynasty run.
Totally.
So I'd say in the AFC, it's going to probably come down to Chiefs as well as I'd probably say the Ravens.
I think you gotta forget about them.
I think the Ravens, they got their second year with Zay Flowers. They kept a lot of their guys. They didn't, switch it up too much like a lot of teams do when they lose in the playoffs or consistently lose in the playoffs. So I think those two teams, and then I think the biggest threat to the 49ers is for sure the Detroit Lions. Yeah. And I say that because they're well coached. They got a guy, Dan Campbell, who's a hell of a coach. Motivates his guys. His guys rally behind him. Like I said, they got a lot of core guys, young guys. And Jared Goff, he faced a lot of criticism and doubt coming from that trade from LA. And I think he's proved a lot of the people wrong because he's been playing some pretty solid football. I know people will say, last year, towards the end of the regular season, he kind of had a drop off, but he's playing good football, in my opinion. Detroit's winning games. They got a good run game, talented receivers. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's probably one of the best and one of the toughest, most reliable receivers in the NFL. And you got Sam Laporta as well, a young, talented tight end.
I think he's hurt right now, but he's coming back.
Even without Sam Laporta, you still got talented guys. You got Jameson Williams, who could be coming into his own here, hopefully. But yeah, I'm really excited about Detroit, and I think, after all those lackluster years and no playoff wins, I think it's a turning point here in Detroit, and I feel like they have a really good chance to make it through to the Super Bowl this year.
Awesome. I like that. I'm gonna stick in the NFC North. I'm gonna say shout out to Evan. Shout out to all you cheeseheads out there. I'm gonna say the Packers are a big threat this year. Look, Jordan Love played his full season. We saw what it was. Now sometimes when you sign these quarterbacks to these huge contracts after a year, they fall. But everything that's coming out of camp, they say they have 4 wide receiver ones. They upgraded Josh Jacobs at running back. That guy's been sucking at losing and on the Raiders his whole career, but now he gets a chance to play for possibly a winning team. This division is, kind of open. We don't know what the Bears are going to look like. You said the Vikings, count them out. Yeah, the Lions are the reigning champs of this division, but the Packers are right there, and they snuck in. We saw what they did with the 49ers besides that Jordan Love pass. I like that. I like them coming out NFC. This is kind of bold predictions. I'm going to not play it close to the vest. And then the AFC, you want to say Chargers, right? But I'm going to say it's going to be kind of a learning year, maybe a wild card at best. Who knows? They can prove everyone wrong, or they can kind of stick to where everyone has them at those 6 to 7 wins. But I'm going to go to the AFC North, and I'm going to say the Bengals. You got a healthy Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. We saw what they could do when, I forget his name off the top of my head, the backup was running. Yes, they did lose Joe Mixon, and they got Zach Moss, because I just think that's a statement to show how much they trust Joe Burrow to get this done and bring him to the promised land. The offensive line is so much similar. The defense, I believe they lost a couple key pieces, but, you got Joe Burrow. You're going to be in a good spot. You're just a couple years removed from Super Bowl, so those are going to be my dark horse teams. And if I had to pick one of them to win it, I'll probably pick Joe Burrow just because they were there. But I like what both these teams are representing, the underdog mentality. They got a huge uphill battle with all these other bigger teams, but you never know. Like you said, it's any given Sunday, and